I wake up grateful every day, covered in favor, doused in grace. Only good vibes rolling through my way. Thankful that the Lord woke me up today. Gotta love Him.
Welcome. Celeste T here. High Confessions 369 coming to you with another TikTok reaction.
Mm. And you know that I'm BV Miso from Big Vote Media. So yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna get together. We're here today.
exactly. Yeah, before we get into these videos, let's talk a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just dive in because a lot of people have been wondering where the music industry going. Where you think it's heading to?
Hmm. I actually think that the hip hop part of the industry is getting ready to blow up. Like it's fit the bubble. They're getting a lot of the scum out of it. So it's cleaning up. They cleaning the shit up. And they fit to get all these people out of it that ain't really making good music. The Drake and the Kendrick battle was the battle between commercial and lyrical. Like real hip hop versus commercial hip hop. So it's like since he won, I think it's signs of a new sound coming out. Like they fit to get back to the lyrical shit, and I like that. That's a good direction.
Right,
What you think though?
because now I don't listen to too much rap, but now I've been seeing like a lot of videos and stuff of people like actually breaking down some of these rap artists' music, and they a little sus. Like they was a little sus, and they was telling us all this time, but our ears are just finally opening up to it.
Yeah, that part, and and I like how women in hip hop is controlling the game. Like
Yeah,
they making some of the best music right now. We got some of the best female rappers coming out right about now. So that's good too. Because back in the day, they didn't even let women in.
right.
The women
It
that
was
was in, it
hard.
was few and far between. Yeah,
Right, like it was like a secret society or something like that. Like I guess they was really gatekeeping. They didn't want the women to come in there because their lyrics was like on point,
yeah,
especially back in the day.
yeah. It's like if you wasn't opening your legs, you wasn't getting in. I ain't trying to say
Right,
the women that got in opened their legs. I don't know, but that's what It seemed like they was trying to control some shit
right,
back in the day. Like they did that way more back in the day. That I
right.
know of. Like,
Yeah,
because
because
it happened
when
to who? Ashanti. It happened to Aaliyah. It happened to Foxy Brown. It's so many different female artists that they got put in that type of position by somebody in
mhm,
power. So it's like, man, it's crazy.
right, because everybody knows sex sells, but they was cute without wearing all the provocative clothes and stuff like that. It was like their music was good.
Yeah, that part. But let's not get into the part of it where they wasn't even writing the music.
Oh
Like
yeah,
they was just performing it. So it's like this is what man think these women should say. So that's
right.
another thing. Like for
Oh, this is
instance,
what
Lil
they think
Kim.
they like, or well,
Yeah, this is
I
what
guess
niggas
they
want to
do
hear
though,
you
because
say.
that's for sure what
Pretty
they
much.
doing.
It's sort of gay though, because like if a man writing that, it's like how do you know what a I mean, you know what a nigga want to hear because you a nigga. But at the same
Right,
time, why would you say that? Why would you come out and say like why would you write that? I don't know. It's weird to me.
right.
I like women rappers doing that shit. Like
I
it's
guess like
better.
some writers, they got to put they self in the person's shoes or whatever. That's how some people like to write instead of
But
from
do
a
you
perspective.
But sis, like the type of music they writing about, they talking about niggas pulling up. Like they the woman. They writing for okay, for instance, JT. She was getting her music written by some of her music got written by Lil Yachty or whatever, like the City Girl shit. The nigga
Right.
Lil Yachty was writing City Girl shit. Why the fuck is he writing those type of lyrics? You know what I mean? Like that's suspect to me.
It's like this is what I want my girl to do to me.
But he, but he's saying it. So it's like it go back to what Kendrick said. These niggas look in the mirror and they see two bad bitches. You know what I mean? That shit crazy. Like it's weird. That shit weird to me.
Right. Yeah, that is weird. That is
Leave that
weird.
to the women. Let the women write that shit. Let them come up with it. I want to hear what
Right.
women think.
Right. Especially now that TikTok is back and stuff, a lot of people out there like, oh, You shouldn't be posting this. Oh, you need to post stuff that people can learn and stuff like that. I'm like, well, people are creators and they need to post what they create. That's
Yeah.
how I am. So if you telling me I can't smoke my weed, or like one of these creators said, oh, you stop your elevation if you smoke weed.
Shit, that
That's
get me
like,
high.
I swear sometimes I'd be like, am I listening to somebody that don't have control over some of the things that they are partaking in? Like, you have to have control over some of the things that you are partaking in. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You
yeah.
have to
But
have a balance. Just
some
because
people,
you can't elevate while smoking weed don't mean the next person can't while smoking weed.
that part, and I think a lot of it is propaganda. Like this is propaganda. Like they want to try to downplay the person that's in a state that's free, that's legal. We all Americans. It's a legal thing. If I want to do it, I can do it. This is not hindering
Right.
me from doing anything. Like what hinders you? Drinking. People go out in public
Alcohol.
and drink. Yeah, alcohol. Like that's what hinder your thought process and make you make the bad decisions. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's like,
It blur your vision, it slur your language, and it cause you to crash.
yeah, so you got to do that shit around the right people. You got to
Right.
drink
And you
around the
have
right
to have
people.
control.
Yeah, weed is not something that's going to make you dumber. It's
Right.
not. It's actually going to make you slow down, think, focus on some shit. You'll formulate your ideas a little bit better. You're
Right.
not in a rush like that. So, yeah, people crazy saying some shit like that.
And that's
Hmm.
why I'm smoking in this video.
Yeah,
Cause
my fault.
I
I'm
had I had like, you know, I had slowed down on smoking in my videos. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But today I'ma do it.
yeah. And my fault. I was doing it too. So yeah, my fault. Yeah, but this is called high confession. Talk about high shit.
Right. And everybody has their lane. Everybody has their specialty. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like some people are not on here trying to really get monetized and stuff like that. But if they do get monetized, that's freaking awesome.
right. We actually want
You
to put
know?
good information and give a good
Yeah.
narrative because
Yeah.
people fucking it up.
Right. Right.
Shit.
You know, I be like really concerned about the ones that's out there just trying to get your money.
All right.
Cause I'm like, hold on. I'm like, damn, what's going on? Like they give out
Like,
some information, but to get the rest of it, you have to pay.
one thing I don't like. I don't want to hear rappers talking about. I mean, I don't want to hear basketball players talking about rappers. I don't. I don't want to hear that shit. Talk about basketball. Stick to ESPN type of shit.
What's
Like,
your
stay to that.
profession?
Right. I can.
Unless
I'd
you're a
rather.
basketball player that rap.
Yeah. Unless you did that, it's different. Okay. If you Damian Lillard,
Are you
Shaq.
a Master P or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, Master P. Like he can. Hey sis, did you know Master P is only 54 years old?
No, I did not know that. He don't look it.
Yeah, that nigga young. I didn't know he was that young. I'm like,
Yeah.
goddamn.
Yeah.
But not in no disrespectful way, but that nigga young like that. That's crazy.
I mean, he living a good life. So yeah.
Yeah, that nigga made some money, so goddamn, that nigga pretty young.
Always get into the business from what
Yeah.
I see. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not
Always helping
searching.
niggas.
Look, I'm
Yeah,
not
he always
searching for no
helping niggas.
information, but for what I see, he doing good. His son doing good. You know what I mean? Like,
All 8 of his kids, nigga, like all of them doing good.
right. They're not in the media and stuff like that with all these scandals and stuff. I haven't seen any.
Yeah, I haven't. So he doing this thing.
So,
Like he
yeah, he
out the
doing his
fucking way.
thing. I'm loving my retwist. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, they fired though. Hey, but sis, what you
Yeah.
think about that? I know this sort of old, but like that Diddy shit. They
Um,
could have locked that nigga up.
right. I had stopped thinking about it because it's just full of crap. It's just entertainment and they're gonna do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first dropped the video on that, I was like, it's a big old cover up. It's just to be a big old cover up. They to start getting stuff to cover up certain information on certain people. And hey, if he got to be the fall guy, then he the fall guy.
That part. But I
mean,
was
that's
thinking that
just how it
nigga,
goes.
but that nigga did it. Like I used to think that, hey man, they might be just trying to frame him because he a hip hop billionaire. But no,
But
that
from what
nigga
I
did it.
hear, he was low key a victim himself. I heard that was going on his whole childhood. So like he grew up in it, and I mean,
Yeah,
he
he
did what
guilty.
he knew.
Yeah, he guilty. He did it. He grew up, and somebody did it to him, and
Mhm.
that's sad. That's sad.
Like that one
But
goat
when
from
you turn around and do it to someone else, no.
what that one goat say from what's my favorite cartoon? Hoodwink. When the goat was
Oh,
like, did I do?
that shit funny as hell. Yeah, them old
I was
cartoons.
like, oh wow. I was like, if I can find that damn clip and put it right there next to him, that shit would be so
Hilarious.
funny. Right.
That shit crazy. The nigga did it.
Exactly. That shit is wild.
It seemed to me like he thought. It seemed like he thought he was gonna be able to get out. So he was trying to play it cool, like, okay, I'm gonna be out of this bitch. And then once that nigga seen that he was fit to be up in there, that nigga started having nervous breakdowns and shit. Like, I'm like, yeah, he did it. A
Now
nigga
he
that's
started
in it
really thinking. He
moving
was like,
that.
no, I'm not going down by myself. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
he thought he
I
was
didn't
gonna
do all
bring
this by
somebody with him.
myself. You know, there was people doing it before him. You had your Hugh Hefners and all of that. Like, I swear, it seemed like when
Hey,
the
sis,
colors
the only
change,
difference.
when
You
the
know the only
colors
difference
change.
That part. That's true. That's true. That's definitely a part of the dynamic. But it's like also them other niggas just didn't get caught. This nigga did so much shit and got caught. Them other niggas didn't get caught red-handed, like hand in the cookie jar like that. That nigga hand in the cookie jar, like caught. Done.
I think people egos start to inflate when they get to a certain status, and they feel untouchable, they feel invisible, and they feel like money can get them out of any situation. And that's totally not the case. Totally not the case. They don't care.
But it's like his situation is so different in a way because it's like also I don't know what's factual like court information, and I don't know what's hearsay. Like I heard some shit where they said like he was beating a black woman up in front of the Harriet Tubman building, like or something of that nature. Like I was like, damn, that nigga needs to go to jail.
Oh,
you know
he
what I
a
mean?
dirty more, huh? He from the other side. Well,
But is that hearsay or is that something that happened? You know what I mean? They said that he blew up Kid Cudi car. Is that hearsay? Or is that something that happened? Is it a court proven thing? Like, I don't know. It's so much talking about talk.
So many
much talk
people
going
coming
on.
out against him too, and that's the main thing. So many people coming out against him. I could see if it was like, oh, I'm trying to create this, so now they supposed to do this to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these people are a participant, and then when they're ready to get out, it just don't work like that. It's like a gang. It's like, back in the day, you get jumped in. Shit, it's hard to get jumped out.
Shit, you gotta be that nigga that's just untouchable to to even get position with a jump out. They gotta respect you.
Right. So yeah, I just had to clear that up real quick because I was watching, people was losing their mind when TikTok was gone. And then when it came back on, I was watching some of the stuff and I'm like, okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna say this because like I see
a lot of
niggas
fear mongering and stuff like that. Like, I'm good. I'm gonna smoke my weed.
That point. Let me relax and smoke my tree chill. It's not about
Right,
all of that, whatever they talking about. Don't bring it over here because we'll stump it out. But keep that over there, and we smoking our
right,
tree. We chilling.
right,
All right.
right. And just because we get high don't mean we see. We may see more than what you think. We just register it differently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we see everything, but it's just about,
Right.
are we going to react to it in that moment? No, I'm not reacting to it because at the end of the day, I'm looking at it. I see what I'm going to do with it, and in real time in my own actions toward it, and then that's just what it is. Like it's like when people say, like when you catch somebody doing some shit that they ain't supposed to do or whatever, like, do you have to confront them about it? You don't necessarily even have to confront them about it. You just gotta
Because
stop
they know they
fucking with
got
them.
caught. They know they got caught.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I see this shit. Okay, I'm gonna stop fucking with the bitch. I'm done. Like, I'm
You
cool.
know?
I ain't got it. Ain't no argument. It ain't none of that. Like, it's
I'd be
like,
like,
okay,
I know you
I'm not
did
gonna do
it.
it.
I want to know the reasoning why you did it, because some people do things because they scared of rejection or they scared of the answer or the consequences and stuff when it's a quick question. Like, it's
Mhm.
like instead of stealing $500, you could have asked me for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I probably would have gave it to you. You know what I mean? But
people
that's
crazy.
that's other people thinking. You feel me? So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I
People dumb
know,
as a bag of bricks.
huh?
I said people dumb as a bag of bricks. Mhm.
Right, right. And they don't have no common sense in it. So we're gonna jump into these videos and stuff. I'm gonna play the first three and stuff like that, then we'll break it down from there.
Mhm.
Hear me out. Maybe it's because I go to a predominantly Hispanic institution, but I'm sitting here getting my schedule ready for school, and I'm looking at all the psychology electives I can take to finish out my curriculum. And I'm seeing all these psychology classes, and I happen to stumble across psychology of colored women. So I read the description, and it's about African American, the psychology of an African American woman. And I'm on some stuff like, at first I was like, oh, I'm going to take this class. And then I thought about it. I was like, why is it a psychology to get into the mind of a black woman, but we don't see psychology of Hispanic, psychology of Asian, psychology of white? Like, why is the world so obsessed with what's going on with a black woman? Like, what the?
Oh my gosh, just look at this.
Let me say this, and this is gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings. And I'm saying this with respect, okay? All right. Let me tell y'all something. If the religion that they've given us, right? Not the real thing, but the version of religion that they've gave us, if it had any significant power of helping black people or people in general getting out of their current situation, we would have never been introduced to it.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
We would have never.
Whoa, Papa Duck. Say it again, bro.
Listen, if
What?
the religion that they given us, right, if that had any type of significant power or any type of power helping black people or any people get out of their current situation, we would have never been introduced to it.
Whoa.
If you go look at the Vatican, you see the library of books they done kept from us. Why they ain't give us them books? We all know that the Vatican got all the books when it deals with astrology, numbers. But they took this out, they took that out, put this out, and here you go. And if it, like I say, if the religion that they giving us, their version of the religion, King James, the one they keep chopping up and regurgitating and all this and that, if that version of the Bible or religion had any significant power to help black people get out their current situation or people in general, we would have never been introduced to it.
Wow.
Let's
Man.
unpack. I think everybody want to know what's going on in a black woman's mind. You know what I'm saying? They can wonder all they want to. We got levels to that shit. So good luck.
Yeah, they want to know how to attract a black woman, They want to know, yeah, like they want to know all of the little nuances of a black woman. That's crazy, but that's a good question because I don't know if they got the studies of the other feminine
Right.
people like that. They just clump them all in one category, I guess. But yeah, they
That's
definitely want to
interesting.
study the black women because they already got rid of the black man. Like you said that earlier, like they got rid of the black man in that picture of being the dominant, you know, a black man is interchangeable in the
Right.
household at this point. Like, they can interchange them. They don't really care. Chinese, yeah, they don't really care. They can interchange it. Black people have been like that though. Black men and black women don't really have a racial barrier up when it comes to dating, I don't think.
Right.
We really don't
We
be
date
putting up
who
them type of
we
barriers.
like. We date who we like. You know what I'm saying? Or who we, you know what I'm saying? Like anyone that I've met, they just don't strictly date their race. You know what I'm saying? They date outside their race. Like,
They whatever they like you said, whatever they attracted to at that moment, I guess.
right.
Like it'd be funny, like it'd be weird to me. Like if I ever dated a black woman that just got through dating a white person, like it'll be weird to me. That's weird to me because it's like we two different type of niggas. You shouldn't be attracted to that. Like how are you attracted to both of them? But people just got a wide range of taste. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
I think it's all
my
about
taste
how
is
that
more specific.
person. I think it's all about how that person is being treated, the lifestyle
Yeah,
they may want or may think they're gonna have by,
yeah,
So
yeah. And then you
mhm.
like what you like. Like you gonna like
Yeah.
what you like.
And
Me, I
honestly,
just like-
like I said it before when I did one on dating and stuff like that, like Caucasian men and stuff, they approach me more than my own. You know what I'm saying? Like they say nice things, they greet me, they open doors, they do things that my own don't do. Like a few do. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I
Mm,
ain't got my ass out or my titties showing or something like that, them niggas ain't looking.
mm.
You
Yeah, I
know?
feel you. Yeah, it's all about what you attract and all of that too. So you're right about
Right,
it's like people just date what they want to date. But
right.
yeah, but it do
And when
seem
it
like
comes
they
to the
want to know.
religion, um, yeah. I know for a fact that some of these churches, in order to have these big churches, they have a certain curriculum they have to preach. Yes, I said curriculum. A certain
Mm,
curriculum they have to preach or certain guidelines they have to go over. They just can't go in there preaching what they feel is
yeah,
right. I mean,
don't
they
throw
feel that
nothing.
it's right what they're preaching, but I'm pretty sure some of them know their real truth because they,
Yeah.
most of them go through that school or theology or whatever they have to do.
Hmm. Yeah, and at the end of the day, if this ain't in the Bible, don't preach it. If it's not in the Bible specifically, don't preach it. You can talk about your interpretation of what you was written on the paper, but don't tell nobody what to think about what's written on the paper. You know what I mean? Don't tell them, oh yeah, you're wrong to think that. It don't mean that. Nah, to them, that's what it means. You know what I mean? So it's like they gotta
Hmm.
leave people free to their own interpretation as well. But it's like if it ain't in the
I
Bible,
mean, just like
don't
that,
preach
it's
it like
all of
it's in
their
the Bible.
interpretations. It's an
Yeah, but
interpretation.
a lot of people be adding stuff to it. Like, they come in, it's be like, okay, damn, that's in the Bible? Where is that at? Like, damn. You know what I mean? They
Right.
don't even they don't cite the
Like
area
it's
it
a
came
secret
from.
scripture.
Yeah. Like in some churches, they have you reading about the Bible. I like that type of shit. When they be like, hey, go, I refer to this chapter, blue, 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 John 3:16 or whatever.
Right.
Then
And
you
they be
reading
like, oh, we're gonna give y'all a few more time because we know some of y'all don't even know where to find John 3:16.
it. Right. And then you read John 3:16,
It's
and then they
like,
talk
what?
about that specifically and what it meant to them that week or whatnot. Don't tell me like some people just be up in there like it's a custom pastor. I guess his name is the custom pastor. he be talking about stuff that ain't in the Bible, man. Like that, he be saying just some wild things. I'd be like, no, that's what he believe. Like he said some shit about some black people one time. Like I was like, that ain't in the Bible. That ain't in the Bible. Like what is he
There's so
talking
many
about?
things missing. It's like I don't know. I just like I feel like everybody needs to do their own, research,
They own
their own reading. You know what I'm saying, and go from there. Whatever works for you works for you.
and get your own understanding of whatever you want to believe
Exactly.
in. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna die by yourself, and you got to be
Right.
comfortable with your belief. Like if you believe what I believe because I believe it, that ain't gonna help you with nothing. You're gonna be mad when you die. At least die believing in what you believe in, but make sure that it's right. I mean, I hope it's right. Like everybody is in that boat of like, damn, is this right? I hope it's
Mhm.
right. I hope it is
Right.
the heaven. I
And
mean,
what
I
is
know it's the
right and
heaven.
what is wrong? Like what is right and what is wrong? I think everybody just need to be them, be happy, and smoke weed. Shit. That's like smoke
Yeah,
weed every day. You know what I'm
that
saying?
part.
Like,
Relax, chill, enjoy life because it's a lot
right.
that you can
Love
enjoy.
on people that love on you. You know what I'm saying? Give back to whoever you want to give back to. Like, I don't know, all the good shit. You know what they say
Yeah,
when they running for Miss America or some shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
But
just
people,
be happy and do and love what you do.
but yeah, you know what? It's just a bunch of okay, like it's like the reason we don't got free Medicaid, free Medicare in America. It's a reason like that. It's the same reason. It's because people hate. They don't want to help nobody. People is like it's a lot of
People
terrible
are
people out there.
greedy, bro. They greedy. They want that money. They realize how to upsell in this country. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
realize how to upsell in this country to make us still work for it and us still not own shit.
yeah, like a loaf of bread. You can bake. They bake a loaf of bread
Sound like a corporation to
less
me.
than less than less than 30 cents. It probably costs to bake a loaf of bread, and they charging almost $4 for the loaf of bread. $4 for a
Right.
loaf of bread.
Right. Because you don't need much to make a loaf of bread. You know what I'm saying? What you need, some
Mhm.
flour, some yeast, some water or something. Like,
Yeah,
and let
butter.
it rise for several hours and then bake or whatever. Like, you can
Yeah,
make it however they make bread. My daughter, she's the bread maker, but yeah, however they
that
make that
part.
shit.
That part.
I,
Yeah,
I
like
do know one thing: making your own bread tastes way better than store bought bread.
yeah, healthier too.
I
I
guess
bet.
I guess we forgot to add in plastic. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know, but the bread my daughter make here tastes way better than store bought bread.
yeah, because the store bread be having all these other chemicals in it. It just ain't those three ingredients we was talking about. They put all this extra shit. It's like it become commercialized and not healthy.
Right.
It's really processed. Like it's really that's why people getting sick off of this fucked up bread, off of some of this fucked up food.
Right. Even though it tastes so good sometimes.
Yeah, a hamburger tastes good. I need that loaf of bread. Like I need it for my hamburgers, my sandwiches. Like it's
Right.
perfect. It's a perfect thing. But damn, they try to charge so much for the perfect. That's the part of the game though. I'll
Right.
charge the same shit. If I can make a profit off of something like that, I would too.
Right.
This is a capitalistic system.
Like just my name cost this much. Like we actually paying probably $1 for the bread and we paying like 250 for the name.
That
And we
part.
paying another probably 50 cents for the packaging.
Yeah. Shit, yeah, probably 35 cents for the bread, actually, and then the rest is packaging and paint, like the
Right.
paint
Because I
plastic.
mean hot dog buns and hamburger buns cost more than regular bread.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
so but
I
yeah,
don't know.
like
How we doing? We're talking about bread. Money, money, money.
yeah,
Y'all get that money.
money. Gotta get it.
All right. Let's go to this next clip.
Another anime that has spiritual aspects is one of my favorites, obviously, is Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer teaches you breathing techniques, and honestly, they wasn't lying when every time Tanjiro sensed the demon, he said it stinks. If you've ever been in a place that has so much dark energy and you can tell there are demons there, it has a specific smell. It stinks. And not only that, he like Demon Slayer also taught you can literally, like, if let's say you're fighting, your punch doesn't feel as strong. It's because what you're doing is you're not breathing as you're moving. You're supposed to move you're supposed to breathe as you're making those movements. Whenever you strike, you're supposed to be breathing. Whatever breathing techniques that you did in meditation, you're supposed to use as you're fighting. So that punch can feel 10 times more powerful. Like energy, Demon Slayer and Naruto both teach you about energy. Naruto teach you about your chakras. Like Naruto teaches you about your chakras. Demon Slayer teaches you about, like, and then you know how the end of him defeating a demon, and then he's able to see their backstory. Tanjiro, first of all, was an empath. Regardless if there was demons or not, he was able to feel empathy for them when they were dying, right? When he would and he would speak to them as they're withering away, telling them basically like, just make peace with whatever you did. Like, and they teach you about shadow work. Yo, y'all need to tap the fuck in.
Not America look like Dubai and Germany, and why doesn't America look like Russia and Persia, and where the is the money going? Every single mayor needs to figure out what the they want to do before there should be grapes, turnips, vegetables, everything on the streets every day for the homeless to eat. You're making us pay for water, you son of a... You're making us pay for grapes, apples, things that God gave us for free. Ha! Ha! Da, 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 bo, sha. You will burn in hell when I'm through with you. You will not be allowed in my Father's house at all. At all. We deserve free everything. At least if you're not going to give us reparations by money, give us reparations in fruit. You owe us over $1.5 million. These subsidy checks are... So we are the hoes. And the government is our pimp. So, since we're not getting mad about them taking that percentage, okay, for taking care of the American people, okay, let's take that $1 billion and give them $2,500, and they should be happy with that because we take care of them. If you took care of us, we'd have free carrots. This ain't no mother game. Y'all owe us money.
I had to throw that one back in there. I had to put that one back out there.
That's some real ass shit. It was so real, it made me forget about the first one. What happened in the first one again, sis?
Huh?
What happened in that first
the first one was talking about how the animes are showing us how to use our chakras and our how, you know, learn your chi and stuff like that. She was talking about Demon Slayer and Naruto, which are some good animes, by the way.
But she's stupid though. Like, but sis, look, like, that's why I'm happy I'm a writer. I ain't gonna say she's stupid or whatever, but I'm happy I'm a writer. Because do they not know that people look at real life and put it into these stories that they telling? So it's like when they talk about boxing, they actually go study some boxing, do some research, figure out some techniques that they actually use, and then add it.
Right. That's basically what she was saying. These animes are basically showing us how to harness and use our gifts.
It's not the anime though, like it's the writer.
I mean, right, but you know, she's saying he's watching it from anime. You know,
I mean, but he's throwing real life in it to trick the person. That's what makes you fall into the story more, because like you're using that little element to make them feel like, okay, damn, this is some real shit. I can implement this in real life. Oh, okay, damn. It makes the storyline more believable. It makes the power structure that they use in the story believable. Like,
Right. I
it
mean,
makes it easy for them to get lost in the storyline.
right, but there's people like actually with videos like moving things, with their energy.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that they can't do that in real life because it's some it's I guarantee you right as we speak, it's a group of people in the army that then do all of this shit. They got power, you know what I mean, can make shit levitate off the ground, you know what I mean? Super
Right.
strong. It's people out there like that, I guarantee it. It's like it just why wouldn't there be? It's too many
Right.
scientists and too many different type of people being born. There's some strong ass
Right.
motherfuckers born.
Right. It's time to get them powers back. Now, I remember you was telling me about a video about this guy that was getting like pursued by a Karen. I found that video.
My
So I'm
fault.
going to play these back to back.
back,
Back to back.
Did I
overreact? Yeah, maybe a little bit. A black man comes home after a long day at work. He sees somebody banging on his door like a crazy person. He says, "Hey, are you looking for somebody?" Doesn't approach them, does not say anything aggressive. They say, "Do you live here?" He says, "Yeah, I do live here." They say, "I don't think you do." Grabs their kids and starts screaming to the top of their lungs. In your quiet neighborhood, help, 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 as if you are attacking them, saying somebody is following them. Comes back with people. Comes back with their husband. And then when your wife and everybody says, "Hey, yo, he lives here. This is his house." Then you're like, "Oh, come on. You got to understand. You can't, are you really mad? Like, he is the problem here." And then your husband talks about "Oh, let's go, it doesn't matter." It does matter. White women need to understand their tears is literally the difference between life and death for us. Because you are screaming as if this man is attacking you. Somebody could come out there, a cop can come out there and put one straight through this man because of you on his front doorstep. White women control your fear. Control your internalized fear and work on your anti-black behavior. Talking about something, "I thought it was a white man." You're lying. You're lying. And we don't care for your white woman tears. Take that and you can go with it and just stay far away from us. This is a social media influencer, Michelle Bishop. Michelle Bishop, owner of TLE Fit.
All I knew was it was dark. I had my kids. You're talking to me. You're continuing to talk to me. Now you're backing in this driveway. And then I asked if it was his house. And he said, yeah. I didn't believe it at that point. This was getting so awkward. I just continued to feel like I was getting pursued more and more. It had nothing to do with the color of his skin. He could have been purple, orange, whatever. He was a man in a truck pursuing me. The tone of his voice was not welcoming or comforting at all. And so, yes, I panicked. Did I overreact? I don't think so. So, I'll leave this here.
So now you telling me in 2025 this is an apology?
Okay. First off, how somebody pursuing you and you in on their damn property? First off, that's a trigger for me because I had to do time for somebody coming at me on my property, lay their ass down. But let me tell you, that guy was not pursuing her. She was pursuing him like they do. That's messed up.
Yeah, it's like, how the hell you on his property and you think that his voice gonna be welcoming to you? My voice wouldn't be welcoming either. I'd be like, what the fuck you doing on my property? I would have
Right.
been way more worse. That nigga, I seen the video. The nigga was polite. Like, he was very nice to the lady. Like, he was just going to his door to open it up, and she in the way looking crazy. It's like, bitch, if it was me, it'd have been a different story. Like, but you know, because different people have different reactions. He had a very professional, polite reaction. Like, he was just trying to get home. He was looking at the Christmas lights at his house that he probably put up, and then he was fit to go in the house. That what he was fit to do. You know what I mean? She ran on his property. Weirdo.
Right. I don't understand why they still feel like we still live in those times where we can't have good things.
That
I'm
part.
still confused on that. We always have good things. We had good things until people came and forcibly took those good things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But you
we
know what
have
I
good
think?
things.
You know what else is? This is what I think. I think that they was trying to rob that house. I think that white lady was trying to go over there to that house, knock on the door, see if anybody was in there. She came over there with that car seat and a baby just to like play it off. You know what I mean? She didn't think the nigga lived there, so that's why she came back with that dude. They was finna run through their shit, but it was somebody
You think
there.
so?
Yeah,
You
like
think they were just around the house?
yeah, I
Like,
think
they
they
didn't have
robbers.
no packages and shit on the porch, did they? Like, I don't know.
No,
I know
they was
one
finna
thing,
break
she
in.
blew so much snot in her damn t-shirt, she gonna have snotty titties. Like, that's ridiculous. That's just nasty
Nasty
looking.
fake ass tears, nasty crocodile tears.
Well, I
I mean,
hope she like really look at that situation and change her ways, or maybe think twice, or just mind their own damn business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, there's a time and a place to mind your business. You know what I'm saying? And that would be one of them.
I'm happy that motherfucker had a doorbell cam, like, cause they got all of it on video. The way it looked to me, it looked like somebody walking on your property, fit a knock on the door to see if anybody there. If nobody was there, she was gonna go around that corner, get that okay. The dude was gonna come over and run in their shit.
But don't she stay in the
That's what it
neighborhood
seemed
too?
like. I don't.
Does
I
she
think
even
I
stay in
don't
the
know.
neighborhood?
Yeah, it looked like she stayed around the corner or something, but shit, that it just looked weird to me. They could be
Oh, how
robbers.
dare they have a better house than us? Let's go see.
It's like shit.
Like,
Did she mistake the door? Did she mistake her house for his house or something? Like, is it like they had the same looking type of house? Like, what's going on? The bitch
I
just
think it
at the
was just one of
wrong
those
here.
moments. I think it was just
No.
one of those moments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't do that on nobody property. You don't have none of
Yeah.
those moments on nobody property because
Right.
remember that black lady who knocked on the door and the lady shot through the door,
Mm-hmm.
killed the black lady in front of her kid? Like, you never know what the hell a person would do. Don't go to their door with no bullshit. Don't be on nobody property.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Especially when you don't really know the full situation.
Yeah, it's like, man, just leave me the fuck out leave me and my property out of it.
Right. Now
Do the
you in
social 20%.
jeopardizing. You did all that, and you probably gonna jeopardize your job. You know, everybody in the neighborhood gonna be looking at you like you're a racist. Like, come on now.
Like, if I was her, I'd just come clean, nigga. I was casing the house. Like, they ain't got nothing
Just
to
say
do with
you
race. I
crashed
ain't
out.
racist. Be like, I ain't racist. I was actually just trying to see if who was up in that motherfucker. Like, if she said that out, that'll be more acceptable. Like,
You
it's
said
better
she
to be
was
a
trying to
racist.
rob the place. She had her
Yeah.
baby and her husband trying to rob that man.
Yeah, that's what I think. Like, if nobody was up in that house, they seen all them Christmas lights on that house, they was like, oh, damn, okay, they got something up in there. They got something
Right.
up in there. It's a present. It's a
Right.
present for me. And
Or
then,
it's a
like,
good opportunity to try to eliminate somebody that's in your neighborhood. Like, I don't
right.
know. Like,
Yeah,
that's just crazy to me, because in my neighborhood, everybody we know, we see everybody or whatever, but we're not tripping on people that's like, you know what I mean? We don't do that.
Yeah, but I now heard so many stories of people running around the house. Then you open the door, they bum rushing in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a lady with a kid come to the door, they open it, niggas busting in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you
Right.
never know how these people be doing things. Like,
Oh, they on some weird stuff. So they just going out, pointing out houses and robbing people.
Who be at somebody else? Who be in somebody else's driveway, doorway in the middle of the night, like at a night, dark time? I don't care if
Right,
it's your
unless
neighbor
they
or not.
fixing
It's
the
like who
joint
the
for if it's around Christmas time, I would say, oh, they trying to see if Amazon or UPS dropped off some packages, maybe.
right? They
You know
might be
what I'm
going through some
saying?
right. They probably was like, okay, they got Christmas presents in here. Somebody
I
got
mean,
something.
they could have been going for a walk in their neighborhood and decided to do some, some exciting shit because their relationship dull as hell. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It could be a
Right,
many ideas.
right. Because that's my first question. Why is you on a property with your kid at this time of night acting like this? You know what I mean? It's very
Right,
suspicious. But people don't think like that. I'm just hype. It's a hypothetical. I'm not saying that that's what
right,
happened. I'm saying that's a hypothetical. I say that's what it's people doing that. It's
right.
people not
Or
doing
maybe she was
it.
wondering why black men don't pursue her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. Like I just don't know the
Hey, sis,
mindset
in the
of a white
video,
woman of
hey,
that
sis,
one.
in the video, she brought a big ass white nigga over there. She ain't into those niggas. She brought a, I mean, she brought her husband like a big white dude. Like that's what made me suspicious about it. I was like, that nigga pretty big, and he ain't even mad. Like that nigga ain't tripping. Like he's trying to act rational. So it's like, okay, he's trying to stabilize this because he actually understood what was going on. He like, yeah, this is this nigga. I was they home. Let me just play this off and get the fuck on. You know what I mean? Like they home.
Right.
The nigga big.
It
It's
was
a
like,
big
oh no,
nigga.
my girl just crashing out. Like she just lost it.
Yeah, it's actually more than one person in the house. Like it's not just one nigga there. Like, okay, let me just back. You know what I mean? Like people be like that.
Right.
Like
It's a
they
case
played it
of the
on
nosy
racist.
neighbors. I call it a case of the nosy neighbors, and when you get caught, a scene take place. you know?
Right, cause sis, look, we not seen the video of the white lady just walking into the dude house. Like, you know what I mean? The dude, she opened the door, walked straight in his house, upstairs with the dude, arguing with him. Turn down your music. She in his house though. Like and
Right.
broke in and entered.
I wonder, why do they
Oh,
feel like they can do that? Why
that's
do
some
they
shit.
feel
Like,
like certain people don't belong in certain places? Do they feel like they pay that much money to own everything on that block?
it's a irrational hate. It's like niggas who afraid to go over bridges. You know what I mean? That's what I think. It's an irrational hate that nobody can really put the words to. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
just propaganda that they got. It's just news and all this shit they been fed about black people and indigenous people or somebody else that's other than them
Right.
through their life
And they
that
just
they
believe
can't
in
explain.
you know what? They just believe in the lies they were fed, and we also believe the lies we were fed. You know what I'm saying? But we were stripped. You know what I'm saying? We were stripped and then gave something different. But yeah, like
But niggas, I think black people broke a lot of broke a lot of they things that they broke a lot of stereotypes that they was thinking about other races and shit. Like,
right,
we now broke that.
right. Cause we're really outside the box. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff, like when people say, oh no, you have black people and you have your niggers. I mean, that's how they want to say it. I hate to say it like that, but that's how people be saying it. Like, oh no, you have ones that do this, and then you have ones that do this. And I'm like, I know some that do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like
But
night and day. Like when
guess
they
what?
out with their homies or at the club and stuff, they be doing some stuff. And then
Hey,
when
but
they're
guess what?
at home or at work and stuff like that, they got their professional hats on. That's why I was like, everybody be wearing a damn hat. Everybody be
Yeah.
putting on a hat.
Hey, you know what else is like? Just in general, when you dealing with people of the same race, no matter what race there is, like it's diverse. Like you got niggas that do this, you got niggas that become doctors, nigga ball players, niggas that doc teachers, whatever the fuck. It's the niggas that do everything. They got all types of interests. you know, all type of
Hmm.
political views. That's, you know, because people are human, people are individual
Right.
first.
Once
So it's
people
like, you
start
know,
thinking about, I don't want to say erase the color, but at this point in time in the game, we all know it's bigger than color because we're all being affected by the same things. You know what I'm saying? We're all being affected one way or another by the
but
same things that's going on in our, in our
no,
country.
yeah, but we can't lose the black identity
No,
inside
I'm
of
not
this
saying
because we
lose it.
never
I'm not
win that way.
saying lose it. I'm just saying, like, some of us get stuck in that box to where it's always just a black and white thing. We need to think above that. You know what I'm saying? We need to go beyond that.
No, but some things is a black and white thing. Reparations, that's black and white. White people need to play black people in this country. You know what I mean? They need to
Yeah,
find the money.
or the
The
land.
country, as a matter of fact, it ain't gonna even be white people by paying it by themselves. It's everybody. We gonna be paying our fucking self too, because it's like we pay fucking taxes. You know what I mean? Just pay the
Right.
reparations. That's a black and white issue. You
Mm-hmm.
know, certain shit is black and white where black people need to make a stand, a united stand, and say, look, like, okay, look, we all agree that we need these reparations. It ain't no ifs, ands, or but about that. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Certain shit, like certain issues is like that.
Oh, Lord, I had got something in my eye.
Mm. Shit, me too. I just blew some smoke in my eye. But guess what?
At least it was smoke.
Yeah.
So I got this last video that was like, I've been watching a lot of videos and I'm like, ooh, that's like a low key trigger. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's a trigger. So I'm like,
Yeah, definitely a trigger.
right.
Most of the people screaming everything is demonic don't have a clue what a demon is. To be honest, I hear a lot of people using demon and devil interchangeably, which they are not the same thing. The word devil in Greek means slanderer or the accuser. And in Christianity, of course, the devil is known as Satan, the adversary of God. I really go way off in left field, but I'm going to stay on track. Devil is seen as a singular central figure of evil. Evil. Devil is supposedly opposed to divine order. Demons are a little bit more chaotic and scattered. A lot of people like to ask me how I know so much. At the beginning of my awakening, I studied etymology, as well as numerology and gematria. Oh, and I can't forget symbolism. I said that to say, go on and learn etymology. Get you an unabridged dictionary from Amazon. The older the better. Start looking these words up. It all makes sense. Because once again, they have to tell you. Most of the time it's right in your face. Sometimes you gotta go do a little digging. Demon stems from the Greek word daemon. It's originally referred to a divine supernatural being, not inherently evil. Daemon was like an intermediary between the humans and God, represent influence or fate, which I know through religious and cultural shifts, of course, took on a negative connotation. Then they started referring to them as malevolent spirit. When we talk about etymology, we have to completely break the word down. So what is D-E, negative? Mon is linked to the moon. This is an intuitive and symbolic interpretation. Basically, what this is saying is a demon is a negative emotion. It represents shadowy, hidden, or unconscious aspects of ourselves. Now, y'all already know the moon governs the tides as well as our emotions. I mean, that would make sense because we are like 70% water, right? Like I told y'all before, lunatic is linked to the lunar cycle, which is the reason why hospitals are so full on a full moon. Or why on a full moon you can't help but hear all them sirens outside. And people around you start acting stranger than normal. So it's a fitting metaphor for emotions going awry. So when we think about demons, we can't think about negative external entities. You gotta think about what's going on inside. As remember, they're negative, energetic entities that are fueled by emotions. These are internal manifestations of unresolved trauma. These energies become thought forms and grow stronger the more you feed them. Let me give y'all some examples. You know when you harbor anger, it festers, right? It doesn't just stay a passing emotion. It becomes a force that shapes your behavior, perception, and reality. Fear acts in the same way. It's loops of anxiety and paranoia. And it feeds on itself between your mental and spiritual state. Why do these entities feel like they're possessing you? Because they're clouding your judgment. They sap your vitality and they ultimately control you. You gotta know your emotions are powerful creators in the astral realms. This is the plane of energy that interacts with your physical as well as your mental self. Your attention goes, energy flows. When you focus on a specific negative emotion, what you think gonna happen? You generate energetic vibrations that attract similar frequencies. Why do you think I'm always telling you frequencies, energy, and vibrations are everything? And over time, these can form attachment. These are often referred to as entities or astral parasites. You gotta ask yourself, if your emotional state is always filled with chaos and pain, what signal do you think you send in the universe? Those signals attract energy or entities that feed on those vibrations. This always takes me back to the saying I used to hear back in the day, like, don't let a dog smell your fear. I'm like, how can a dog smell fear? As I got wiser, I come to realize everything is energy and vibration. Animals are always in tune, which means they can sense your energy or vibration. This is why emotional hygiene is so important. So you need to cleanse your mind, as well as practice forgiveness and always ground that energy. It's crucial for real, y'all. Let me tie it all together for y'all. I'm gonna give you a great example. Talk about that liquor, aka alcohol, aka spirits. When you go past some liquor stores, they actually have spirits on there, as in the word spirit. I remember being younger saying, why does it say spirits for an alcohol or a liquor store? It comes from the Arabic word alcohol. This refers to a distilled spirit. Deeper esoteric meaning, however, ties into the concept of spirits overall. Alcohol is known to lower your vibration, which makes it easier for a negative entity to latch or attach onto you. What happened with people full of that liquor? Some people real mellow. Some people be acting a damn fool. Can't control their liquor. Stumbling, mumbling all over their words. Falling into shit. Being just mean and ornery. Losing self-control. You can tell there's no connection to their higher selves in that moment. It's because there's now an external energy influencing their behavior. Think about it. The angry drunk is often consumed by unprocessed rage. Sleepy drunk has suppressed grief. The destructive drunk is channeling chaotic and destructive force. They reflect the emotional wounds or needs that are amplified when the spiritual guardrails come down. Addictions to substances, habits, to people. These are entities that you birth through your thought patterns and emotional state. They usually start as coping mechanisms. They grow stronger as you keep turning to them for solace. Then they take on a life of their own, demanding to be fed. Like a person addicted to nicotine might feel a pull to smoke all the time, even when they consciously want to quit. That pulls the entity of addiction. Same with them cupcakes. Big back asses know we don't need them. That entity of addiction, sugar is the worst. Definitely have you rumbling in that damn cabinet late at night. Don't lie, I know it ain't just me. People who drink to numb their problems, they just create an energetic loop. Alcohol is their key to temporary relief. Relief is fleeting and the problems deepen. You're not healing shit, you just suppressing it, trying to numb it. Hear me clearly on this part. People who live in self-doubt attract circumstances that reinforce their low self-worth. This snowballs into creating inner demons. Feel inadequate or like a failure. These thoughts hold you back from stepping into your true power. These are thoughts that you created. You gotta disempower these damn demons by acknowledging them first. Stop blaming everything on an external force, because you are the demon, and they're creations of your own thoughts and emotion. Shift your focus and stop feeding them with fear and anger. Make it harder than what it seems. Just focus on love, forgiveness, and gratitude. That's high vibrational energy. Keep telling y'all, practice emotional mastery. That meditation and breath work in, honey. Journaling can also help you deal with emotions rather than suppressing them. Most importantly, engage in activities that you enjoy. Raise your vibration. A lot of us been lied to our whole life about a lot of shit, specifically within spirituality. Religions teach you not to be accountable, teach you to give your power away to something outside of you, to also blame something outside of you when things go wrong. They never wanted you to know it was you all along. They want you to know that you could create heaven or hell, because they all constructs of your mind. Only live where you let them. They're attachments, which is why you can see them attached to people. All you gotta do is stop feeding them. Start feeding you. I'm talking about the real you, the higher you. Love on yourself. Watch them demons disappear. Get in the comments and let me know your thoughts. I know I love all things deep thought. So if you in or around the Atlanta area, make sure you come meet me at my Puff and Paint event. I'm gonna link the tickets below. You can click the link in my bio for more information. Hope to see y'all there. Peace, love, and light, and gratitude for watching.
That summed it all up.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, what else can you say? It's
Right.
like she got it right down to the science of it, so that's good. People do need to know it's a difference between the two. So
Right. And you know what's so crazy? Like, usually when I drink, I don't drink often, but usually when I drink, I'm all happy and silly and goofy. Like,
that's a spirit, but you got the happy spirit.
I guess
I
whatever
guess
they want to call it. But that was that, you know what I'm saying? Like, this was a good, you know, a good go. There's some good videos. Make sure, you know, everybody check them out. Like, share, and subscribe, comment, tell us what you think, and let us know. You feel me?
Yeah, send videos to
Right,
the
right.
link.
Send videos, email me. You know what I'm saying? You leave a comment, I will reply back.
Mm-hmm.
Until next time, High Confessions out.